You can't stop the tears from falling down.
As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be showing you how you can film and edit in AGSM. This is seriously one of my most requested videos, and I decided to make it for you guys because of its popularity. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. The first thing I do is I write down all my ideas for the stop motion, and I just like plan it out on a sheet of paper. Just try to write the general gist of the stop motion, and then I just kind of write down maybe a few jokes I want to include. The tripod I use is a Targus tripod. I believe I got this from Walmart, but there's one super similar to this on Amazon, so I'll link that in the description. So the first piece of equipment I use is a Limo Studio light. I love this light, it's so awesome for filming because my room is quite dark, and using this really brightens it up and gives it a more better look. For my camera, I use the Canon Rebel T3. This is a very good camera, especially if you are into DSLRs and you want one that's a little bit cheaper. For lenses, I use the 18 to 55mm lens, which came with the camera. However, I use the 50mm f1.8 Canon lens most often. It's a really nice lens because you can blur out the background and it looks super good in videos. For taking pictures with my camera, I use this camera remote, which is super cool. It's really nice because when you take a picture with your camera, it kind of moves around a little bit because you're pressing the button on the camera. And to prevent that, I use this. And if you don't use this, sometimes okay, so the next thing I do when I film a stop motion is I do the actual filming. So I'm going to be doing a very basic, really simple scene just to show you guys an example of how I film. First, I'm going to actually show you guys some techniques that I use in my stop motions. To make your doll blink, all you need to do is come up to your doll and kind of tuck in their eyelashes into this like part under their eye. Sometimes it can be difficult, but yeah, like that. To show that your doll is talking, what you can do is you can just simply move their arms up and down during the stop motion, like so. One other technique that I use is that when the doll is walking, I like move their arms, which I'll show you when I'm filming the clip. Okay, so this is basically how I edit my videos. I use PowerDirector 12 Ultra. I believe it's the Ultra version. Anyways, there are newer versions of PowerDirector, like PowerDirector 13, and stuff, but this is good enough for me. It has like basically all the same features. So I'm gonna select all the clips, and I'm just gonna drag them in. Okay, so now I'm going to change the duration and change this to 0 and then this to 2. So yeah, that's how fast I usually make my stop motions. So yeah, I mean sometimes I'll make it longer and sometimes I'll make it shorter than that. Like sometimes I'll make it 0:1, sometimes I'll make it 0:3, depending on like the clip. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of look at it for a second. Okay, that looks good. Good. So next I will come here to produce. If it will load. Okay. And I should go MPEG 4 and change it to this. Sure. And I'll change this. Okay. So start. So it'll start producing. Okay, so the next thing I do is I just kind of get rid of this, so I just delete all of that because I just like to edit with the video clip. So now it's a video, it's a rendered video, so it's not individual pictures. I find it easier to edit. So some things I like to do is I like to come here to fix/enhance and go to color adjustment and kind of, you know, play with it a little bit. So saturation, so this is like all the way, that's too much. So I think I'm gonna do like, how about 108? And for vibrancy, which is kind of like saturation, I'm gonna do like 15. And brightness, I'm actually gonna turn down a little bit because it's really bright in this clip. And I'll turn the exposure just down a little bit. Just play with it until you get it how you like the clip. So I think that looks good. So yeah. So let's look at the clip now. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so the next thing I might do is I want to add some music. So YouTube. Okay, so once I'm on YouTube, I'll look up, let's see, like, let's say I want some ukulele, royalty-free music. So, you know, I'll just try to find some music that I like, and I'll be back when I'm done with that. Okay, so I actually found a song that I like. So what you can do is you can come up here and you can press SS and add it right here and press enter. And it'll take you to save from .net. And you just want to click download video in browser. So it'll take a little bit to load, but it will eventually load. I would just suggest, if it's like just audio, then you may just want like low quality. Okay, so I have my music here and I'm just gonna add it on in under here and unlink the video and audio, and I'm just gonna delete this, and I'll come right here so they match up, and I'll click split and I'll just delete that, so that way I have my music right here. I recorded a video of myself, well, not myself, but a little like test audio clip, so that like they're like in a real stop motion they would be talking to each other, but I just kind of made a test for it, so I'll put that in here.
Okay, so this is the finished product. So thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you learned how to make a stop motion and a few new tips. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. And just as a reminder guys, at 2,000 subscribers we're going to be doing a huge giveaway or contest, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, that's all for now guys. I'll see you all next week.